The quest to punch and or kick things, probably mostly kicking things, continues in Punch Club on MaelstromTier, and I have been doing some homework. Not of this actual game, rather of reading some Hajime no Ippo, a very, very popular boxing manga, which does actually kind of, like, relate to this game a lot. There's a lot of training to go on, some rivalry things going, and the quest to get out of, like, losers territory, which is us right now. Kind of a bit of a loser. But hopefully we can undo said loserness by doing some training, maybe getting in some good fights, and hopefully coming out on top. Let's see. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to do some sparring with Silver. We already had one meet in the thing, and usually two are, like, good enough. Maybe I'll just buy two here, as usual. Over in here. See if we can't spar, which we can. This is just a sparring match, so none of this stuff is too important. It's all still really useful. Our kicks are fine, although one kick is kind of better than the other, but he uses a little more stuff. But at the same time, we don't really have a choice in the matter. What I want to do, there's a active modifier in the list that negates the opponent's block, and we did recently get that kick thing that strengthens our kicks like a crazy amount. Pretty much more, probably stacks with that thing that we added at the start of the game. So it's pretty interesting in that regard. But I feel like with people getting their stamina really high, we need to go even higher in just round winning, guard breaking. So we need to get those points. I think we need an absurd amount. 22 is our next thing. And Rain of Strikes, 25% less effective. We can eventually kind of get into this penetrating strike, which would probably fit, like, getting that last slot in as well. Sharp Sting is just the better version of Rain of Strikes, but we can't get it until we get there. It's not like Unstoppable, where we were able to kind of supersede Backlash. We gotta go here. And Crossroads also sounds good because it replaces our dodge, and it's like deals pure damage. I don't know if it means that when we dodge, we do damage, but we already dodge and do damage. To put it in the Hajime no Ippo thing, we're kind of Miyata. We're an outfighter that we're, like, running around and waiting for counters rather than going in and striking, which is pretty exciting. It's very still interesting to me in a way that I haven't seen. I've seen a lot of strength builds. A lot of people like to just pile on strength, which makes sense. I mean, this is a game about you being a fighting, not a boxing man exactly, but a fighting man. And, you know, strength equals numbers, and if you watch Isaac, then you know that I'm a sucker for anything involving damage. That does kind of make sense. Thankfully, we got that thing that lowers our energy consumption drastically, which means we're kind of, like, pretty good, although we're out of use for that. I'm really glad we were able to buy that thing. It kind of helps out with maintaining our agility and getting it high enough that we can make it useful. Stamina is also important. Strength is less. I have to remember these tenets. The only tenant here is me, because I've lost my cat, which is still a real shame in a lot of ways. This might put us up not exactly to 100% max health, which is a shame. But we don't have to go anywhere just yet. Could pretty much spend the whole day training. We got $10 whole for that entry fee. And I feel like we might need just a little bit of, like, I'd really like it if we get our stamina up to 5, but that would probably mean actually doing a full stamina regiment rather than these, like, mixed things. I don't know if we'll be able to get full 10 by the end of the day on our agility. Probably not. And sort of going half and half on these, not the way to do it. But at the rate that we're getting stamina, like, Never mind. I was just doing the wrong thing. We're obviously pumping everything into stamina. We might go a little faster. I don't know. This bar is a little misleading, if I may say so, because sometimes the jumps feel like enormous, and the other times it's like, well, I kind of saw it. But our health is back up to 100%. I guess we slowly regen stuff. You're tired of that. I understand. We still got a little bit of time in our day, which makes me want to do this even just a little. We can't do the ultimate fight, which is still like 2 fights in a row, and that makes me scared, especially if we lose it. We get a very bad injury. But if we do it first and then take the rookie thing and go down, then it doesn't sound too bad. But we're in position 4, which means we're going to be fighting Gordon next. Kind of get back on the track. I was slacking and not taking the fights because I forgot about. I didn't realize there were point-based things. Actually, we're fighting Dragon Ray, who's trying to go up, which is interesting. Let's see, I can do math. We have an advantage on him with points and like overall skill stuff, but he's an agility fighter just like us, so it could be an interesting fight of maybe we might be able to. I don't know what I'm saying with this. We're both agility fighters, therefore we both dodge. We do seem to hit a little more. Nah, I don't think this is a fight to be exactly worried about. Why did I have to say that? As soon as I said, no, well, you know, I think this could be good. Could maybe potentially get a knockdown at the end of the round. Of course not. But his energy is super low. So I don't think we'll have any trouble either knocking him down or knocking him out. And we kind of did both, so fantastic. We got a little bit of money. Almost enough points, which is a bit of a shame. Our health didn't take that bad of a dip, which makes me a little wary. I think I'm gonna try some pizza. That take us up to on 90% of our health. We are in the yellow thing. That means that we are gonna fight 2 matches in a row. I think I'm gonna take this. Oh my god, we're already screwed. Alright. Well, let's take our licks. Kind of would like that one thing to proc. Or maybe just not get hit. There we go. Get those unstoppable hits in. Get something in. Love of God. He's got a higher agility stat than us, so he's gonna definitely dodge and be dodged. But we're winning in percentage. We're not that different tied to our stamina. Our health is lower, but our stamina is actually kind of higher. And he is sweating a little, so that could be the difference. If we can get a good knockdown, the fight will definitely get into our pace, which could be worth it. We just need to get that hit. All right, 8 is not exactly what I was thinking, considering that most of our attacks are doing just a little more than that. Or just a little under, actually. I don't know how math works. So the bigger numbers beat the smaller numbers, right? So we should be losing. Thankfully, RNG is on our side, and hopefully. Oh, come on, he just has a little bit. Don't do this. We had such a little bit going, and then all right, but thankfully Patty Daddy is a little bit of a all-rounder. Does have a bit of an interesting, like the paw punch is a stronger blow, but I don't think we'll have any real trouble with him. Oh my god, why did I have to say that? His punches hit like a brick. Maybe we just need to not get hit by his punches. It's kind of like Epo, but I don't know. Calling this side character Epo would kind of be an insult. Thankfully, alright, we get the knockdown right at the end. Getting a good leg in there. No real pun intended. A little bit. But hopefully, there we go. Knockdown. Judged. We get a good deal of money, which is fantastic. But I guess the nice thing about this, crazy amount of points, and get a little higher, closer to that Dawn love. I will purchase the Rain of Strikes, which will hopefully make everyone a lot less useful. Although it's not very useful for people who don't block. They will probably not be rad, because we can't ruin their dodge chances. I mean, we have a dodge chance. If this guy didn't burn his face, he'd be a cool dude. But he's not, I guess. So, well, they just want to honestly go to the grocery store, buy some food with their money. I mean, we don't really want to be walking around with a whole lot of money on us, because that's just bad. But except for maybe a treadmill, it's too late now. But except for maybe buying a treadmill, I don't really want to get anything except our sweet handbag. It's called Speedball. Handball, handake, that honored old tradition of making fun of sports by pretending not to know about them. The Super Bowl, etc., etc. So far, we're doing pretty good with everything. Slowly gaining this, although it's about to run out of effectiveness for the day. Man, if we can just ramp up that agility. That guy had 10 agility, and it was crazy. By the end of this, we should sign up for our next match. We're already position 3. It's nice. We got a little ahead of Gordon. I guess he went down. Maybe he lost his fight. I don't know how these things work exactly. Again, all I got is EPO. They did some sparring. I mean, I'm in the junior or the rookie league thing now. It's pretty interesting. Let's go professional style. What is playing? Looked like it needs some help. And probably a good idea to just like do the eat, rest, relax kind of thing. Because so far it's so good. We're doing a little bit of progression in both ways of just getting stuff done and not getting our butts kicked. At some point we should probably go back and get those guys to turn down their speaker, but let's not worry about that right now. Instead, we go to the gym. We do have, or I guess we could go hang out with Roy for a bit. Get his approval for training. Because if I remember correctly, tomorrow will be the tomorrow part. Or like the next day will be, next fight will be tomorrow. So if we can get Roy's good side a lot beforehand to that, those are real words. Use this day and the next to get Roy's favor, and then probably, hey dude, let's go do some training together. This will be kind of optimal. Probably be even more optimal if we were able to fall in love, but I think that requires more finding things and buying a present. Now we do have money, I suppose. Just make a gift? Oh. You can just buy love, I guess. Do it. Let's fall in love. That's how it works. Pay $40 and then now you're in love forever. Spend less training and don't need much food, which is pretty good for our training. As long as we don't, Roy doesn't get too mad that we're like, I don't know, some brothers get really defensive with their sisters, especially when, you're like good friend. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm going with this is gonna beat up Silver. Sorry, Silver. You have to die for my kicks. I think I would kind of like to try an Evo run of this game. All you do is just mash strength and probably stamina as well. He's not exactly a Rocky type to just get the crap beaten out of him and still go on. He's more of a punches like a truck, but has not that much of fundamentals and has to learn it. But man, if we could get a Dempsey roll, I should know what that is, but it's kind of half the reason that I went into it. But was like, check out all these really ridiculous boxing things. Also, we kind of accidentally actually killed Silver, so that's great. Now let's go do some training. Probably want to get this up to 5, get agility up to 10. But let's work on getting both of them kind of like similar, or just hit the mic. That would work too. Instead of doing the rope and trying to get both of them at the same time, let's instead focus on one so we can get the other one pretty good. Running out of this, but I don't know where our degradation will be. We'll probably end up spending the rest of the day here, especially wanting to get the most out of his stuff. That might be enough to stave that off, so to speak. I mean, if we spend the whole day around here, it will roll around and the things will the cooldowns will kind of reset, which will be good. We'll get the feeling that we'll end up like running out of his health, and this thing will run out as well. So we'll kind of probably just have to go home and use our own equipment, and probably eat, if I had to guess. Hopefully we run out of, or hopefully if that happens, we don't run out of food before we have to do there. I mean, we will run out of food and we'll probably eventually have to do it, but we'll be able to use his training to the full advantage, which is really nice. Get a little more there. And he's out, which is a shame. So I just want to finish this off. Completely out there and almost out of food and energy. Enough to use here. We should be able to go home, eat a steak, and probably get a little more in, which will make this recording pretty eventful, all things considered. Alright, I think we might be even able to get the full meal's worth, which is a new character in Fallout 4. That is a lie. I made this up. Meaningless points on the internet. Kind of thought it would cool down, or it would give us a lot more chance, but nonetheless, we're at 10 and 5, which is pretty fantastic, all things considered. And like before, I think I'm going to go with this first. Facing Dragon Ray again, which we did win last time. Maybe he's gotten a couple more tricks. You know, there's rematches all the time in shows and stuff. Karate Shikoshi, that thing that I kind of origin storied for this, definitely had that moments of, hey, this guy that I fought and lost against, I'm back. I'm ready to fight you this time. He's like, you know, I haven't just stood still this last time you were here. Apparently I've stood still in this fight, doing nothing. Although we are doing some decent hits while doing nothing. It would be nice if, you know, kicked a little more active. I suppose it's what happens when you put less stuff into this, but should be able to just kind of tire himself out. Hopefully get these counter hits. Alright. It's just a weird kicking contest of, oh yeah, well, look how tall I am. Check out my shoes. Pretty good, huh? Alright. We won a whole $20 and got 6 experience point things, which is honestly the better deal there. I think I want to run here, possibly get some pizza to eat. We'll be able to get one more bite. I'm so sorry for this terrible pun. Before we get into our ultimate fight, which I'm a little scared of, I'll also sign up for that. Lenny Moskovitz. He has got a good block. So we should probably get rid of our regular kick. We go instead for, where are you? Not skip attacks. Not that thing. There we go. Opponent's blocking is a quarter less effective, which should be pretty good. Although he has a lot of good stuff on him as well. And his punches are really strong. So hopefully we don't get murdered, but at the same time, let's go. Alright, already starting well. He has got really good hits and really constant hits. What is this thing? Oh, good. So he's like a serious masher. Oh, we're getting our face seriously pummeled. Oh, sweet mercy. It all just comes tumbling down. And he doesn't even feel like he's broken a sweat. In fact, we're even, like, pretty even in that case. I wonder if the more attacks we do, the more often we strike. That would make sense. But we did knock down. Maybe we got a good hit in. Oh, man. This has the potential of looking good. At the same time, it's tense. It is nail-biting in the worst way imaginable. And the even worse part is just like, even if we won, it'd be like, well, the next guy popped up and just smacked us out of everything. We have been injured for 4 days. Workout's less productive, which really sucks. Could go and heal that for a cost. I don't think we were able to, like, work up to that right now, so maybe we should just do some work. Kind of a shame though, because we got our love modifier and we can't actually do anything with it. Maybe it will help us here, taking less stuff. But actually, this is probably a fairly good place to stop this video right now. You know, with our tail firmly tucked between our legs. But if you did enjoy the video, I would say that you should go like it. You don't have to. In fact, really, at this point, disliking it also does a similar amount of YouTube whatevers. But, you know, it does help out. I feel good about it. That's a selfish reason for you to like the video. But if you do, I'm not saying don't do it because I said it right here in this thing. But if you do, then that'd be great. Instead, the real action that you should probably take if you want to see more videos like this is subscribe, because then, they'll be right there. You can see them. It'll be in your, like, little subscription box. As well as follow me on Twitter at MaelstromTier. We do Twitch streams every so often. The easiest way is, again, the Twitter. Leave a comment somewhere. Tell me how to end a video well, because I don't know how the hell to. But nonetheless, this has been Punch Club, and I will see you next time.